We were just talking about Do It Again. Did you
Yeah.
expect this kind of success?
Yo, on a real streaming wise, I expected it to do, amazing. I
Yeah.
expected the numbers to be crazy, YouTube numbers, Apple, Spotify. But I'd be lying if I said I knew it was gonna do as good at radio.
Really?
Yeah, I never really had like a real radio hit or a song where I had the rights to radio with another artist or whatnot. And it's my first song that I've had the rights at radio and was able to push it and just really set up a promo tour with all the DJs and just everyone who's spinning it. It just showed my appreciation. So like, yeah, it's my biggest radio record ever, and it was Do It Again.
Well, your intentions weren't to do that, right?
Yeah,
You were just
nah.
making a song, and then it just took off the way it was supposed to.
Yeah,
that's a
God
great
timing,
feeling.
divine timing.
That's how it's supposed to be. And you know what? We didn't plan that because you were walking into the studio while we were playing the song.
Yeah.
That wasn't just we were trying to impress you or anything like that. That really is scheduled. We really, really play it.
Yeah, alignment.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
Let's talk about your new song, Mo Up Front.
you. More front.
Okay. Now, it dropped a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
What do you need up front? What is it? What made you want to put this song together?
I feel like it's a song that just pretty much describe anyone who feel like they have been treated less than what they've been worth. It's just a simple fact of coming for what's deserved. And all my life I felt like I was the underdog or the person that was the misfit or the outcast. So More Up Front was pretty much like one of the songs I wanted to drop at the beginning of the year to let everybody know that this year I'm getting what I deserve, The last deals I signed, if I signed for, example, if I signed for $1 million or whatnot, like a few years ago, this year I need like that times 5, times 10.
Times 10, 20, 30, 40. We just need more of it.
I'm bigger now than before, so, I feel I'm deserving of it.
Yeah. Was there something in particular that happened and you're like, yeah, no, I need more?
Nah, it's just everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And certain things they can build up to where it can drive you to be like, yo, when you hear a certain beat, when I heard the beat, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
I know money. I need some more up front.
Yeah.
I've been through it now. I'm young, but I'm like a vet as far as in the music industry. I know I'm pretty much learning the ins and outs. It's still a lot I can learn, but I pretty much know the basics and then a little bit more than the basics,
What have you learned so far that took you by surprise?
That you the one that make everything hot, and I've known that since the beginning. When I first came in and I did it by myself, shot a flow, going crazy, and all these labels wanted to sign me and all of these things. Just always knowing that even if you had a big bank behind you, even if you have, any record label behind you, at the end of the day, things gonna work unless you know that you the one. You know what I'm saying? Unless you look in the mirror one day and be like, okay, I still got to put this work in to make sure that I'm the best I can be so the label can help. You know what I'm saying? I feel a lot of people get in a position to just feel like everything's supposed to come easier, but I got in a position and wanted to work harder.
Did you ever worry when you were, picking and choosing the different roads that you wanted to take? Were you nervous that, okay, if I don't do this with this label, I'm going to get blackballed or this is going to end my career? Or were you just like, I'm good, we're going to keep going?
I mean, I feel like once you stay in the territory of who you are, who you are to yourself and what you want to do and what you stand firm on, what you believe, you're always good because if no one got me, I know God do. So in that process, I've always been firm on what I believe, what I want to do, even if I felt it was borderline, and I always took heed of things that other people would give me opinions on, but at the end of the day, I never let anything alter what I really wanted to do. And I feel like that's what made me successful because at the end of the day, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying?
Even with the mistakes, it's still you,
You learn
right? You
from
can
it.
look at yourself and be like, okay, well, but that was my decision, right?
Yeah.
Versus doing something and it not working out and it being somebody else's idea. That's like, and you knew in your gut, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. And you also take a risk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like risk and reward is like one of the biggest blessings because sometimes you never know something or you never know the outcome unless you try or unless you do certain things or test those waters. You just got to be pure.
Any risks that you took for your project.
Yeah, with the Wayne record I just dropped, I remember being in the studio with Ben Billions, and I did the first verse in the hook, and I left the second verse open, but I was about to do it, and they stopped me. They was like, yo, let's try to get Wayne on there, let's try to do that. And I was like, man, that's far reach, man. I can go and finish this song now because I'm in the mood. I got the drive, I got the momentum. Let me do it now. If I come back to it, it's not going to feel the same. So they made me just take a pause, and they convinced me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pray on it. And I took a leap of faith. And about 2 months later, I got a call in Whole Foods. I was checking out my fruit. I was like on a fruit fast. And I remember Aaron Baychuck from Warner, he called me. He was like, yo, I got a surprise, and I pretty much asked him what it was, and he was saying, Lil Wayne just did the verse, and he gave you one of his best verses I've heard from him on the feature. So, just risk and reward. I took a risk. It was a small risk. I wanted to finish the song. I got a habit of finishing it, and yeah.
And it paid off.
It paid off.
I love the flowers that you presented to him and the personal note on the set of the music video.
Yeah.
I was so happy that you had a chance to do it. And I think at first Wayne was like, what's going on? And then when he got it and to see him happy and feel appreciated, did you guys have a conversation afterwards about that moment?
Man, what's crazy is Wayne is the realest person I've met in this industry so far, because to be of that stature, to be of that fame, and just to be one of the greatest, of all time. And for him to be humble enough to exchange numbers and check on me or would hit me or would send his appreciation, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So like after the shoot, he texted me how much it meant to him again. And like he sent me a paragraph, and it just rubbed me all the right way, because I'm like, yo, this a humble guy. And that's what I stand firm on. I love to be around people that's humble, because, it don't matter how much success I have or how many accolades I accomplish, or, all these things I smash, all these goals. I'm going to always be the person that want to take the pictures. I'm going to always be the person that want to smile, want to give hugs, or want to be able to share moments with my fans. And honestly, I'm an artist, but I was a fan. The whole video shoot, I told his people, I'm like, yo, if Wayne don't lead this video saying like, man, that little man annoying as a mud. Like I was on him, bro. I told him thank you every other minute. I'm like, man, he gonna think I'm annoying, but I don't care. Like I gotta let him know I appreciate him. Like I feel like a lot of people don't have that much. Just people have a pride thing to where when they're around the greats, they don't want to send their appreciation, but I appreciate, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I loved in the note when you were talking about your 3 favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Wayne, Kobe, Pac.
Yeah. Role models.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. That's close to my top. For sure, Kobe, Pac, and Wayne is up there because for us, Katrina, that's our era. Like, we were in high school when Wayne came out. So for us, I loved how you said that. So do you like Kobe as number 8, or did you like him as number 24? Which Kobe era were you about?
I'm going to be honest, 24 is the one I seen the most.
Okay.
Because, I'm
yeah,
younger.
Of course.
But I appreciate both, because the good thing about today, you can go back and look. You know what I'm saying? So I could say I appreciate Kobe in 24 because I seen it in person. And I appreciate 8 because I didn't get to see it. And I was able to look at, highlights and just imagine what it would have been if I was to see it.
Yeah.
But what's so crazy is Kobe in 8, he had a Hall of Fame career. Like if he would have retired as the jersey, in the jersey number 8, he would have still made the Hall of Fame.
Of course.
And the 24, he had a Hall of Fame career. So he had 2 careers.
Man,
it's
isn't
crazy.
that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
What was when you did your research and you were, obviously when you have Pac on your list, a favorite song, a favorite moment, or what was it about him that attracted you so much?
Man, it wasn't even a music to begin with. I fell in love with Pac because of the type of person he was, what he stood for, what he was willing to lay his life on the line about. And that's the same. I just like to admire what I relate to. I'm the same way. I stand on principles, whether it's health, whether it's better in the community, whether it's being a voice for the people that's underneath me, the kids coming, the future. Just love being a voice and an advocate for people, that's wanting better, that's looking for better. That's what I'm all about. And Pac stood for that, And Dear Mama, I love Dear Mama.
Oh, isn't
So
that so just
I feel like everybody can relate. If you don't have a mom, you'll listen to it because you want one. You know, if you have a mom, you'll listen to it because you appreciate her. If mom passed away, you'll listen to it to probably drop a tear to it,
Yeah.
but let her know, I appreciated the journey we had once you was here. So it's just an extremely relatable song.
I love it. And you know what? The reason behind that is because sometimes we hear a lot, oh, this artist, because they're new and they're coming up, they don't know Pac's influence or other
Yeah.
great influencers, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we get it.
Yeah.
But I love that you took the time to acknowledge that and explain it. And again, like you said, having social media and having the internet, you can look up Pac's interviews. You can look up Kobe's highlights. You
Yeah,
can look
you can
up
do it all.
Wayne and, Hot Boys and
Yeah.
and really enjoy it. Yeah, maybe not at that time it came out, but you can still feel that energy.
And be a student to it and
Yeah.
learn something. Take something away from it. I gotta say, Kobe was like, he's probably my biggest like role model besides my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I used to sit down and watch Kobe all day, and I just love his intellectual speaking. Like when he used to speak on panels, because the man was a machine. He was barely getting sleep. He'd just wake up, meditate, and just go.
Right.
So that's inspiring. I'm the same way.
I love it. And would you say your parents introduced you to Kobe, to Pac, or how?
My pops, he introduced me to Pac. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a baby, he always played Pac.
Yeah.
And Kobe, I kind of went about just loving Kobe because I was always a fan of basketball. So
Yeah.
he was my favorite player.
Yeah. I love it. How about from your mom? What did you learn from your mom? Who's
Man.
also your momager?
Yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out to
yeah.
your
She
mom.
right
Shout out
there.
to your parents.
Man, I always go back to this story when I was around 6 or 7. My mom, she asked me in the car, she was like, what you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a basketball player. And she said, what if that don't work out? I said, I want to work at McDonald's. And she looked at me like, what? But, typical 6-year-old answer.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, no, son, you want to own the McDonald's. So from that point on, since I was that young, it was stuck in my mind. I was like, yo, I never work for nothing. I'm always make sure that I mean, you still got to work, but
For sure.
I want to be an entrepreneur if I'm working. I want to have my own if I'm working. And she always laid down that format for me. I used to watch her have her own tax company, do her own real estate.
Dang.
Yeah, she's
You're good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. She's an accountant as well. So I used to watch her manage money, and I learned how to count money with her. You know what I'm saying? So all of those things I've
yeah.
always took note to. So I had God blessed me with that one. He broke a generational curse.
For sure. Just the other day I was telling Katrina how, I didn't know about stocks and bonds and understanding all those things. And now, obviously, I know a bit more, but I just think it's so important. I feel like that's one of the things that should be taught in school.
Yeah. I feel like life in general, a lot of life,
Yeah.
things that deal with life, the obstacles that life have to throw at you, all the curves. I feel like that should be something that's a subject,
Right?
Right as, financial literacy, how to save money, whatever. Like all of these things needs to be taught, because I know if I didn't have a upbringing like I had, I don't know if financially I'd be so good.
Right.
I literally just sat on my money for a few years, and if I buy something, I'd be real hesitant. I asked 100 times. I'd be like, Mom, you think this cool? Like, should I? Like, I'm real skeptical on spending, like having big purchases. I gotta do it like moderator, like in moderation. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand that.
Okay, so in the video, Mo up front, you go into the jewelry store. What's the most you've ever spent in a jewelry store? And not to pocket watch. I'm just curious. Now we're talking about your mom helping you. Did she give you a budget that kept you in the green?
So what I do is I get the price for whatever, and I look at her and I be like, because we was just doing this in the car. I'm trying to get some more jewelry currently. And I feel like if I spend my money on this, it'll be my biggest purchase. But for my album, I'm trying to get like a chain and a Cuban, and I'm also trying to get a gift for someone. and it's clocking in a little bit over 100. Like,
So do you lose the gift and spoil yourself, or cut back on you and then get the gift?
I'm always the one that'll cut back on me. Like, I'll wait. Like, I literally wait.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the type of person I am. I'm a giver. But this go around, I'm not. I'm going to get both. I was like,
Mom, are we okay with this? Are
Is
we
she?
good with it? Okay. She's shaking her head like,
Yeah.
you deserve it. Okay. All right. You're in the green. We're okay.
Yeah, man.
You're going to need to help us with our juices. Okay.
I got y'all.
3 years vegan, we're going to be back. I'll do it. Okay. I don't know if I could be consistent. What about a pescatarian diet? Like, how do you feel about that?
Fish.
Is that weak? You can be
Fish.
honest.
No, fish. See, the thing about fish is,
Damn, it's that bad?
it's actually real bad because it's a lot of parasites within the meat, and you know, parasites is what pretty much live in a body, and sometimes we have cravings, and it's not like cravings of us wanting to eat. It's the craving of the parasite, because it's another organism in you now.
Yeah.
And it feed off like proteins that you eat. So once you eat, it eats. So it gets stronger. But yeah, fish.
Are you judging me because I caved after 3 years?
No way.
Are you at least
I'm
proud
actually
of
3
me?
years in, so
Are you?
I'm hoping I don't
Keep
cave.
going. Here, you know what? It's a marathon. I'm passing it over to you.
I
You
need
keep
that.
going.
I need that.
Tell me about you walking out at the Grizzlies game.
Yeah,
Now,
that was
that's
dope.
hometown for you.
It's real dope. The first person to ever do that, and it meant a lot to me because I'm not too familiar with getting opportunities like that. So when things like that come to me, I take heed of it and I cherish it. I remember doing rehearsals, and it was like me being on set with Wayne. I kept telling the Grizzlies faculty, I was just telling everybody, yo, thank you. And they was like, I've never met someone tell me as an artist, thank you so many times, just like what they was telling my team.
Oh.
But I was just dead appreciative of it. And first one to do that, you know. So.
And this obviously means a lot because you said you wanted to play basketball when you're young.
Yeah.
So this is a full circle moment right now. Are you good at playing basketball?
I'm real good.
How good? Because, you know, we hear about J. Cole. We've heard, who else is really good at playing basketball?
I got J.
Lil
Cole.
Durk. We heard
I got Durk.
Okay, so.
It's like me and Chris. We like the ones sitting.
You and Chris Brown. That's who we're. Okay.
Chris.
So who would you say would win out of everybody I just named? You, J. Cole, Lil Durk, Chris Brown. Like, who's the top or. You're competitive.
I'm gonna give it to Chris as of right now because we did Crew League and I lost to Chris, you know. So until I beat him 1-on-1 or even 5-on-5, whatever it is, I could put myself first. But I got to put that work in first.
Yeah.
But he a great basketball player. He could have went pro. His damn self is. You know.
I have a question. Do you guys ever play horse, or is that something I would do?
Yeah, that's something you would do.
You that I would do? Katrina, how do you think? By the way, Katrina thinks she's an athlete. She played in high school. Her all-time high was 13 points.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, you hear Choppa's dad laughing at you? He's
this-
literally laughing at you.
It's not bad.
Is 13 bad? Is that for Katrina?
Listen, women's
All-
high school basketball, they score like 30 max. So if I'm scoring 13, that's almost half.
Yeah.
She had
That's
good
cool.
rebounds.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
You're nice.
If y'all scored 30 points, yeah.
He's so nice. It is true what they say about you. You're so nice. That's
Yeah,
what
gotta
everybody
be.
was saying. Okay, so that was a cool moment. I know I saw the latest update because your song was supposed to be used in the Ja Morant commercial for Powerade, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not happening with everything that's going on. Have you had a chance to talk to him? Maybe there's another game plan for it to still happen down the road?
The commercial's actually still circulating. It's they remodeled it. I think they did it with just some kids in there or whatnot. It's still shown throughout March Madness. It's still on TV. You can still catch it sometimes if you catch it at the right moment. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I heard, it's still going. But they just kind of remodeled it.
Edit it in a bit. But your song is still being used.
Yeah, the song's still being used. And as far as with Ja, we haven't had a conversation, but you know, I just feel like everyone has to go through certain experience to learn from, and this is what he's going through right now. And it's just about, do you learn from it, and how do you come about the next go round when God sends you the same cycle? Because That's what he does. He humbles you. He does something to humble you, and then he send you the same storm to see how you gonna react.
That's
And
right.
if you didn't learn from it, it's just a repeat offender to that cycle. So,
Where do you get all this wisdom from? Are we crediting your parents?
you get they play a major role in that. You know, a lot of things I had to take certain journeys on my own to learn or figure out. But yeah, man, it just comes from a balance of the two.
How about being vegan and a healthy lifestyle? Is that from your parents or is that you just doing your own research?
It's just me wanted to just always wanted better for myself. I always wanted to evolve. You know, I feel like I'm uncomfortable if I look back in my gallery and I see 2 years, 3 years from where we at right now, and I see the same person. You know, when I look back, I had to be able to say, oh, like you grew so much. Like certain things you did then you don't do. If this would have happened then, you wouldn't have reacted like that. Or I just love to be able to see growth on me because I feel like growth look good on everyone. You know?
Absolutely. What else has changed about you other than healthy lifestyle and that you've noticed and you're really proud of?
Prayer. You know, I've always been firm on prayer before I blew up, but I do it way more now. Probably like 3 times a day. You know, I wake up, hit my knees, tell God first and foremost, thank you, because I know someone didn't make it through the night. And just list things that I'm grateful for, and you know, just pray for peace, happiness, love, joy, blessings, and abundance. And you know, in my prayer, throughout the day, I pray. And at the end of my day, no matter how late it is, I hit my knees again before.
Wow.
No matter how tired I am, I hit my knees and I pray.
Was there a turning point for you to feel this way, to want to show your love and gratitude? Did something happen?
Just being on my lows, you know,
Yeah.
and remembering how they felt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you at your lows, it's like,
Yeah.
it's the worst because it depends how low you are. You start to have thoughts of like, yo, I'm better off not even here. You know, so when certain thoughts like that creep in your mind, you start to think that way. You start to you drown in guilt. You drown in like letdowns or failures. And that's the space and the frequency you're vibing in. It don't feel good at all. Like, you know? So just being able to take heed of being in that space and wanting to get out of it so much that you're willing to do anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To get out of that space. It's what I was in, you know. I said a real long prayer one night, and after that, I found meditation the next day. And meditation and prayer are the 2 things that like started an awakening and just saved my life. So now I'm at my highest, you know. I overcame the fight on the inside. I beat the mental battles. I beat anything on the inside, and that's the hardest battles to fight.
Absolutely.
You know? So now when I look back, I'm like, yo, I don't never want to be that low again. Like, I go to war with whoever. I would cut off whoever. I would get you away from me before I feel that I'm drowning in that space again. So, yeah.
How many, now would you say that, has there been a lot of people that you had to distance yourself from?
Man, a whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot. I used to roll like 30 deep. Like, this whole studio would have been packed out right now, full of just...
No, it's just your team and your parents being the bulk.
Everyone that brings something to the table.
Yeah.
You know, Mama, she the manager, Pop's road manager, my cameraman out there in security.
And how much happier are you now?
I'm way happier. You know, when you hit the mall, you ain't got people looking at you like this. Like, is you gonna give me something too? You know?
Yeah.
It's way more peaceful. You know, my mama do it. She look at me like...
But that doesn't mean that you don't face hard times, obviously, anxiety. And so how do you cope with that now that you have more in your toolbox to, you know, deal with it?
I'm glad you say that because I feel like a lot of us, we have one bad day and we feel like it's our whole life. Like we feel like that's how our whole life has been. But it's just a phase, like a small phase. Like sometimes we might get bad news and we feel like the world coming down. But if we sometimes take a deep breath and take a step back, we'll be like, okay, my whole week has been glorious. My whole week has been perfect. And this one day I'm gonna let this dictate how I feel and let it change my faith and do all these things. Like, no. Like sometimes you gotta be hit with a detour so God can give you a better route sometimes. So
That's important.
Yeah, that's how my whole year has been. As far as 2023, it's been a lot of detours and or whatnot. But I'm just so appreciative because every
Yeah.
time he gave me a new road, I found something to pick something up on that road that was
Yeah.
better. So
Why was it important for you to show your love and support to your ex who, opened up about something so personal? And obviously, as a woman, I think this is so close to my heart when she experienced a miscarriage and you were
Yeah.
so supportive.
yeah,
And I think that's so important and it was so beautiful. Why was that important for you? And hopefully other people who are watching this in a relationship that may experience this, if you can share the importance behind support and what, why it's important, really.
yeah. I'm an extremely spiritual being, so I feel like when things of that nature happen, like a miscarriage, the way I look at it is, okay, God didn't want my baby to be here in the physical. He wanted my baby to be in the spiritual realm to watch over, guide, and protect me. Like when I'm finna pick up something I ain't supposed to pick up, smack my hand. Or, be that guardian angel for me. So that's how I look at things, and it was extremely unfortunate. I cried like for like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, don't dwell, move forward, understand that what's meant is meant and what's not isn't. And after that, I realized my mindset isn't what everyone else's mindset is, especially a woman. Women are born to be a little bit more emotional than us and more caring, or more.
We're better than men out here.
Yeah.
It's okay. You
You
can
gotta
say
get
it.
into
We
it,
won't judge you.
But women have to be handled more gentle with certain things, and even though that's the way I thought or the way I looked at it, I couldn't go to my partner and was like, "Why you so sad? This how you supposed to look at?" It's more so just telling my views and telling my POV and just pretty much comforting hers. That's pretty much what's the process.
That's important.
Yeah.
I love that because the conversation can get tough for a lot of people. And
Yeah.
so to see you do that and step up and be comforting and loving, it's a reminder that this happens all the time. It's
Yeah, it
okay.
does.
And it's okay to support each other and it's okay to express it. I think that's really, really beautiful. Okay, you're a parent. We're new parents, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah?
As the fact that Katrina can't really play basketball. There's a lot of things that are disappointing, but we really are parents. We are parents. We both have one child each. Okay, so what are 3 things that you want to teach as a parent? What's important to you that you hope your child takes with them for the rest of their life?
First and foremost, prayer. My daughter, she's 2. She know how to put her hands together, close her eyes, and she pray with that every day she wake and before she go to sleep. So prayer, and when she pray with me, I be the one saying the real things, and she'll just be having her hands. She be like, she don't be saying nothing, but she understand like the
Energy,
process.
yeah.
And like sometimes I say things, I be like, God, thank you for me being able to take her to the park, and she'll be like, park. And then she'll be like, and then so she'll catch on the words that I'm saying and she'll repeat them.
Yeah.
But other than that, she'll be speaking gibberish, but she understands it. And she's so tapped in to where when she see me, sometimes she'll catch daddy arguing on the phone with someone or catch me.
A low vibration day.
Yeah, she'll catch that, right? And she'll be like, she'll come to me, she'll grab my hand, she's 2, and she'll be like, Dad, let's pray. Like, she can say sentences, she's extremely smart, and she just own it. She's very in tune with energy, and I feel like it's something over her. It's someone guiding her with some type of spirit that she always come to me and say that. So prayer. 2 is something I was learned that my mom always instilled in me was turning negative to a positive. So I'm the person.
That's important.
Yeah, my daughter sometimes call me mean because I'm the person that got to be of discipline, the one that got to say no, because I think that's the dad role, kind of,
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Teaching her boundaries, yeah.
But when I tell her no and she starts to cry or she'll flip out, but it's like I want to be able to instill the no in her because a lot of times what's meant for her isn't going to be what she think is meant.
Damn.
So sometimes she may get
Hard
that no,
lessons, yeah.
And I just want her to be able to know how to operate off the no or operate off a negative and turn it into a positive. So she's 2. She cry. I mean, that's what 2-year-olds supposed to do. But, you know, I always like to try to break things as early as I see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, prayer, turn a negative to a positive. Just always living in love, you know.
That's tough in this world at times.
Yeah, man. I'm the type person, I don't hold grudges. It's not one person that I have a grudge or have spitefulness for, no matter how much they took me through the mud, how much they did.
How did you get to this point? You're helping me and others who can have that within them because they've been done wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that. I feel like that energy is more stressful to hold on to that energy, you know, than to just let it go. I mean, like,
damn,
who cares?
I'm
Like,
working on that.
Yeah. It's once you master that, life begins to be plush because you can see people and you can handle them the way they supposed to be handled. You know, hey, how you doing? Good day, smile, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to see nobody and mug and do you know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been done wrong.
Yeah, it is, but I'm telling you, I've been done so wrong, and I wish I could put a name on someone or whatnot, but I've been done so wrong by a few people. But in my mind, I'm thinking of this one person. But if she was dying, if she needed someone to help or whatnot, I'd be there.
Oh, you're a good person.
If she really needed something, I'd be there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. You just got to be that way. But if she wasn't dying, I wouldn't. But you know what I'm saying? But, like, if you need it,
if you need help,
I'm going to help.
You're a good person.
Yeah.
I like this energy. Okay, so before we wrap up, we just want to do some Twitter updates and tell us where we're at on a couple tweets, okay?
Yeah, I be tweeting crazy sometimes.
Yes. Pride will have you showing resentment towards the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Man. Yeah. And that got something to do with just holding spitefulness or just being not living in love. You know, it's some people that they hold on to something or this barrier of not wanting to express what's right, you know. And what you not want to express what's right because you holding on to something is wrong. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not good at it, but I get it.
Yeah.
All right, you wrote, "Sincerely, Billie Eilish. I have a song with your sample on it. Your team won't clear. I'd love to send you herbs or whatever in exchange to get in the record cleared. Please, beautiful soul."
I forgot about that tweet. I remember it though.
Any response? Any clearance? Nothing?
Nah, but
don't do this, Billy. Don't do this. I'm kidding.
She got great energy.
Yeah.
You know, some people like that, you got to be real special. I'm special, but I'm probably not the most special person right now. So, but you got to be real special for things like that.
Well, you put it out there, and it's all about manifestation. Is purple your favorite color? Because you got purple out now, and in your tweet you had a purple heart emoji.
Yeah, purple is like one of my royalty type colors. Purple and red for me.
Yeah.
It's like they got a tie.
Let's go purple. Katrina, look up purple and red, what that means. Hopefully good fortune. Okay, this is another tweet. "I lick my girlfriend armpits, all that. I'm a real freak. My saliva is your deodorant." How's that going?
I ain't licked no armpits in a minute.
Okay, so the update, you didn't lick any.
I feel like we normalize eating booty. I feel like how is like armpits like how
off
is
the
that,
table?
Yeah, how is that like something that's like what?
Right. Okay, I like the justification right there. Okay, how about this one? "I vow when I become an OG in the music industry to never hate on the ones coming up. I vow to lift them up that ladder. I vow to light that torch and keep passing it."
Yeah, man.
Why is that important for you?
Because a lot of these people are coming into the game, you know, looking up to us, or you know, has once looked at us as inspiration or motivation. And I've had my run-in with a few artists where it's kind of like, you know, that's why I'm so appreciative of Wayne. You know, that's the type of person I am with anyone that I've, you know, looked up to or adored in a sense of their work. I always got to let people know, you know, I always got to show my appreciation. And I feel like out of everyone I've ever showed my appreciation to, that man right there, he took it to the heart and took it in and understood where I came from. So always being that person. That's who I want to be. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that's that's one of them things. Like when I grow up,
Yeah.
I want to be just like him. That's one
Yeah.
of those things. Like that's what I want to be. The same humble individual.
Yeah. Is there anyone else that you've come across that was so nice and good to you? I always want to focus on the good because so much is always focused on negativity.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else outside of Wayne that you're just like, that meant a lot? Doesn't even have to be in music world. It could just be somebody that, you vibe with outside of music that you were just happy that they were kind to you. Or maybe there's someone you hope.
Oh, Floyd, man. Floyd Mayweather.
Really?
He's a great guy, man. He's an extremely great guy. And
Oh, in person. You guys already met in person.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
Like, man, I met this man at a boxing match, and this man looked at me. He said, "Yeah, come to my house." I said, "Well, you don't even know me." He was like, "Yeah, come to my house." I'm like, man, you lying, man. We ain't finna come to this man's house. And
Yeah.
we ended up staying with him and went to his crib, and we had a long talk. And there's someone to look up to as well, just like all the things he did. People could say what they want about him, but the man is one of the smartest men I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? He's extremely smart. He knows what he want to do. He knows exactly how he wants to do it, and he does it.
Yeah.
So
I heard he's very generous too. So
extremely.
I love hearing that. It's important. A lot of times, again, I just feel like so much negativity circulates all over social media that we forget to talk about the great, good, positive, insight that we might have. So, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, now, Katrina, what does red and purple mean?
Purple is associated with royalty, nobility, luxury, power, and ambition.
Yeah, all of
Okay.
that. I'm all that.
Red is sacrifice, danger, and courage.
Yeah, all of that too. It took a lot to get here. A lot
And
of
that wasn't
courageous
planned.
moments.
That's just the two colors that you gravitate towards.
I always look up stuff like that. Like when I get out of here, I'm gonna look up the spiritual meaning of, seeing a dime sit here on tails.
What does it mean? Look it up.
I don't
Katrina.
know, because
Look
it's
it-
just sitting here.
See, I believe in signs.
Yeah.
Everything's a sign to me. I'm like, oh, that's a sign. That's a sign.
Yeah.
So
Every
okay.
part of the day happens for a reason.
Everything.
The way you wake up, how you wake up, what noise you hear when you do. Every part. How the wind blow.
Oh man.
How the birds chirp.
Yeah.
Do you hear ambulance? Do you hear sirens? All of those
Oh, we're in
things.
New York. We hear it all day and night. Honking, ambulance, everything. Katrina, what did you find out? We're gonna help you. We're team figured the signs
Yeah.
out.
A dime on tails.
Oh, on tails?
Yeah.
Finding. Tell them about the soulmate password thing.
Okay, so there's this story. Tell me what you think about this really quick while she looks it up. I saw it online. This girl said, what was she? She was finding a relationship. Anyway, so this lady was talking about how she's manifesting certain energy and that she has secret phrases that she thinks about. And if she happens to hear those secret phrases in a conversation, it's a sign.
Yeah.
So, for example, Katrina was she was saying, like, if I'm thinking about red gummy bears, and then in our conversation, you hear red gummy bears, it's a sign I'm a good person or whatever. And then
Yeah.
she also has secret phrases to like red flags. So let's say you don't like purple gummy bears.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah. I love purple gummy bears. It's like a sign to you, stay away.
Yeah, that's like protection programming. Like it programs the type of protection. And the world works like that because I'm very firm on God communicates to you how you want him to communicate to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people that if I see that say something I wouldn't listen to or take heed of. But God knows who I hear something from or who I take heed.
Who don't you listen to? Or what are we, how?
No, I'm just like in general,
Okay,
like
I
in
was like-
general, like in general, like it's some places I won't look for answers at, but he knows where I would, so he'll place them there. You know.
That's a bar right there. Okay.
Got it. Finding a dime can mean that new opportunities are on the way. Opportunities are limited to one area of life. You may soon find a new job opening, a chance to travel somewhere you've never been, learn experience, or a potential mate.
That's dope. That's dope.
Keep the dime. Keep
it
the
with
dime. And next time we see you, please have the dime.
me. Got you.
It was such a pleasure to have this conversation. I see
you.
all the amazing work that you do. I saw the reading programs that you're getting into the schools. I know you were thinking about creating a skate foundation in honor of Tyree Nichols and, supporting his family. I love it.
Thank you.
And it's amazing the work that you're doing. And I think that this is just the beginning for you. You already know this, but I love that your parents are with you and on this journey and watching you enjoy every second of it. And, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Come
much.
back
I appreciate
anytime,
it.
please.
I got you.
right.
Whenever
Yay!
I'm welcome. I'm here.
You're always welcome, but bring the dime.
I got you.
That
I'm
might
keep-
mean we're going to win the lottery.
Something.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
you.
Thank
of
y'all.
course.